we're going to be taking it back to the WGA strike, where especially Drew Barrymore has landed in hot water over the past week.
What has she done?
It's like America's darling, I feel.
Says who?
Mate, she's...
When has she made anything relevant?
No, but like, E.T.
E.T. Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels.
50
Since-
First Dates.
Never been kissed.
Since, of recent.
But
Drew Barrymore Show. Is that what it's
Yes.
called?
Crickets,
talk
guys.
show.
Crickets.
Yeah, or
Anyway,
the
go on.
talk.
Yep.
okay, so as we know, the WGA and SAG strike is still going on. And over the past week, it was announced that Drew Barrymore was going to bring back her talk show, which met a lot of reaction, at least to say.
Because it was slated as a news show, right?
Yes.
That's the technicality.
Yes.
Because I believe that, your morning shows and whatnot, they still need the writers and like the researchers because it's news. So they're exempt from the strike. Whereas for this show,
talk shows, like late night shows.
Yeah, aren't they the same thing?
I've been
They
the
still
same
need
thing.
writers?
They do, technically.
Yeah.
but it's entertainment. It's different. I think.
But they still need writers, right?
of course, they
because-
need
Yeah.
writers. Yeah.
because it's more of a interview show
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatnot. So this became a very complex issue due to the fact that the way that she framed proposing to bring back the show was that she said that it would still be in compliance with a lot of the WGA guidelines, that they were going to be supporting the writers, that the writers would be picketing outside of where they film. However, it still wasn't satisfactory to a lot of the audience because a lot of people, especially some certain celebrities, were calling Drew Barrymore a scab, which is a term that was introduced for the strike for someone who crosses the picket line in terms of trying to get personal gain for themselves to start working on something that is under the WGA or the SAG. So, yeah, there was just a lot of vitriol online that was aimed towards her, to the point that 2 days ago, she posted a tearful apology video on her Instagram.
Yeah, she did.
Where she expressed that, of course, she supports the strike and whatnot, but she still wanted to stand by her decision to bring back the show. And a lot of people quoted saying that there was a lot of crocodile tears because she just wanted to still prove that, yes, she is the sweetheart and she still cares for everyone. And the funny thing is that 5 hours after that video was posted, she deleted it.
Wait, so just so that I'm following, because she wants to get her show back and it has writers there, they're saying that she's not supporting the strike?
Yes.
Basically.
That she's in the wrong, technically.
Basically.
Well,
And the vibe that I guess...
Sorry, who's saying that? And people in
People.
Twitter.
Yeah, the people.
there's people in the
So
industry.
they'd rather that these writers don't get any money? Like, I don't get it.
Well,
don't get any
it's-
work?
That's what the strike is for, that they get better pay.
Better pay
But
for
she
all
is-
writers.
But she is crossing the picket line by continuing to work,
Yeah.
even though her show is under the WGA.
Yeah.
And well, she has said that she's with good intentions because she wanted to get the other people in production who aren't writers back to work, but yet people are still saying that it's still crossing the line, the picket line, for trying to bring it back, which makes this all very complex.
What do we think? I think it's much to do about nothing, but I'm not too close to it.
It's
I get it, but I mean, like, if the writers in her show can say that I don't want to do it, right? I want to stay in solidarity, correct? Technically.
Yeah, but as the leader of the production, you should be working in solidarity with, and you should be supporting your employees. That's like exact same thing of like
Employees, but isn't she supporting her employees by giving them a show to work in?
But if it's like kind of like an ultimatum, right? It's like either you work and you get money, or you won't get any at all. In the sense of like they're actually fighting for more.
Yeah, I
but
get
you
it,
know,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Which is interesting because one of the reactions from certain celebrities who commented on Drew Barrymore's video, Deborah Messing from Will and Grace, she posted a comment that essentially like mentioned that she had the power to halt production. She could have paid her own employees since she's worth over billions of dollars from all her movies. and productions.
Paid employees, what, like a fair wage?
Yes.
To cover during the strike as well,
which
right?
is-
But
which some
the
of the
fair
late
pay,
night-
100%. Yeah.
Which some of the late night hosts are also
Yeah.
doing, and
Yeah.
which recently
Are they though?
Quinta
Yeah.
Brun- Quinta Brunson created a fund with some of the producers to fund the writers while their show is not able to film.
I think it's to your questioning point. It's about just the principles of letting your actions speak as opposed to just following the bare basics of whatever, the bare minimum, which is what I guess the writers are fighting for, in the sense that we don't want this minimum kind of wage. Sorry, I'm simplifying it to that term,
Yes.
but it's like in the gist of that, versus the threat of technology that's impending on their creative IP and their livelihood.
Yes.
It's this thing of it. The reaction I would think that people would have to Drew Barrymore going about this is like, well, like,
So what? Like,
no, it's in the sense it's just like, well, what's the point? Because it's you're still getting your way just because
you have a higher power.
just
so
because
to
you have a high
speak.
power. So it's like, if you're not
Which-
helping the everyday people,
which
well,
is-
the everyday people are being writers. Sorry,
Which has brought it to today that she announced on Instagram. She put up a post after deleting that video.
it's the backtracking for me.
It's her statement is, I have listened to everyone and I'm making the decision to pause the show's premiere until the strike is over. I have no words to express my deepest apologies to anyone I have hurt, and of course to our incredible team who works on the show and has made it what it is today. We really tried to find our way forward, and I truly hope for a resolution for the entire industry very soon.
she
gotta-
don't want the heat. She don't want the heat.
You gotta admit though, she's done a much better apology than her counterpart,
Who?
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
She was alright, man. He did it by Zoom. He did the best he could.
No, it's just the choice of words. It's and what's interesting to me as well is the fact that she did have that visceral reaction or crocodile tears, whatever you call it, then decides to delete it
Yes.
because it's
Why
just
do people
ooh.
delete? Like, I just feel like
Maybe she felt too cute.
too cute. What does that even mean?
Too cute.
No, I'm just wondering why.
Might delete later.
Why did? Yeah, no, that's it happens. It happens.
But you go. Sorry.
So,
It happens.
like it's it
Crocodile
is,
tears
like it
now.
is interesting that the backlash came forward, and so she's had to backpedal quite a lot. You can say she's given into pressure, but at least you can give her the benefit of the doubt that at least she has. You would hope she has learned of what was the issue with it, and the fact that she has at least made the right decision to pause
Yeah.
work. Because what was interesting is that during some of the initial tapings, because the show was meant to premiere today on the 18th, people noted that audience members who had WGA supportive accessories like pins or badges, they had them removed by security. Which,
That's a choice.
yes, which
That's a choice.
so which you hope, which obviously incurred a lot of the wrath of the audience to be like, that's very suspicious. Where
It's
do
the
you actually
motives.
stand?
It's the underlying motives of
Yes.
what are you doing this for? Are you trying to jump in an opportunistic move to get the lion's share and be the new queen of daytime, et cetera,
Yes.
or are you actually working within the best interests of people? And it's again that piece that you were saying. It's when you're projecting these niceties and the image of it, but
Do you follow through with it?
do you follow through with it?
even behind the scenes?
I gotta say, the real winner of this whole situation though is the word scab.
Terrible word. Ew.
Haven't heard that in ages.
Yes.
Such a bad
yes.
visual.
Bro, you're such a scab.
Such a bad visual.
Yes.
I hate it.
Which is why I guess the writers intended to use that word, because it's a
Honestly,
very powerful
This
word.
whole writers thing is icky, man. I just don't see it. Like, I don't know.
Here we go.
It's,
It's just icky. I think my thing is like out of sight, out of mind. Like if you keep you're gonna get machines to be able to write these things very soon.
Okay,
Like,
so in the
That's
same way that
not
you'll lose your job
acceptable.
eventually to some AI that will sell stuff better than you can.
you won't be able to
Unbelievable.
because I'm not gonna be out of sight, out of mind.
The
That's just my view.
audacity of this man.
that is unacceptable.
the audacity.
That is unacceptable.
Sometimes sometimes,
Especially saying it to
just-
someone in the room who wishes to eventually enter that industry.
look, you made her mad, man. You made her mad. You think that you're doing this for clout, and you think you're doing this for
Gotta push
thing.
the envelope.
You are offending your own staff, bro.
You know
Behind
what?
the scenes.
You know what?
some beef's
We'll
gonna
create a
start.
Zoom and like have a conversation because I clearly can't have that conversation face to face.
But
What a scab.
literally, that's the word of the day, guys. Scab.
I hate that word.
But
In the middle of the night,
Exact-
Cat, I'll get her. I'll get him. And be like,
scab. Whisper in the dead. But anyway, that's just another occurrence during the strike, which has officially gone longer than the 2007-2008 strike. This is still over, verging on to 120 days, I believe now, since it started. So we can just only hope that there'll be more negotiations happening between the WGA and the AMPTP.
Come to your senses, guys.
We need our TV shows. We need our
TV
movies.
shows.
Just
We
please,
need our films.
Please
Or you can
give-
just watch podcasts, while you're waiting.
please give
Not
the
at this
writers.
rate. If you lose all your talent, scab.
Show us you're up. You're up.
She's the replacement. But
She's more likable than you. And then the channel takes off and
Oh, Chance.
there we go.
Chauncey Media.
But yes, so there
Let's
we
see that.
so there we go. At least her show won't be going forward, and for a moment, some other shows were considering to go forward as well, like Jennifer Hudson with her own talk show, but she has also decided to not carry forth as well.
Nuh-uh, girl. I'm
Do
not
that.
doing that.
So, yep, that's been on the strike front.